My name is Kristen. I am 26 years old and I was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease in March of 2016. My disease came on very severe and progressed quite rapidly. So by August of 2016, I had to undergo a total colectomy and received a temporary ileostomy. At that time, I opted for the three-step J-Pouch series. So in May of 2017, I had my ileostomy reversed and my J-Pouch connected. Unfortunately, only about 4 months later, my J-Pouch failed, and I had to make the incredibly difficult decision to opt for a permanent ileostomy. Since then, I've undergone several more major surgeries, most relating to a difficult wound that I'm trying to heal. My most recent surgery being a gracilis muscle flap. My initial diagnosis was ulcerative colitis, but after multiple surgeries and additional complications that have arose, my diagnosis was switched to Crohn's disease. Making the decision to opt for a permanent ileostomy at such a young age was something that I never, ever expected, and it was incredibly difficult. For me, everything just happened so quickly, and this disease that I knew nothing about came in and just flipped my entire world upside down. Fortunately, though, thanks to my ostomy, I am able to live a much healthier life. I currently work my dream job. I love to be active. I love to be outside. I find a lot of peace in those things. Obviously, living with an ostomy and an autoimmune disease has its difficult days. I face quite a few setbacks, and every day there are certain struggles that I have to deal with relating to one of the two or both. Inflammatory bowel disease has taught me to really value every day that I'm given, because there was a point when that wasn't so sure. I remember my primary care doctor telling my parents before my first surgery, they were like, "She's not gonna make it." And that was crazy, for someone who was just diagnosed that had become so incredibly sick in such a short amount of time. I have truly learned to, take every day with grace, if I can, because even though it's difficult, I am certainly much healthier now than I was. And I'm so passionate about raising awareness for inflammatory bowel disease because this is a disease that so many people think that it just involves going to the restroom multiple times a day, but it's so much more than that. It's hair loss, it's weight loss, it's being on medications that are incredibly harmful to your body. It's surgeries and hospital stays and doctor's appointments and scans and everything like that. And I think it's very important to raise awareness for all aspects of inflammatory bowel disease and what patients go through. My advice for inflammatory bowel disease patients, and really any patients going through something difficult right now, is to really just hold on to hope. I know that it can get very dark at times. I've been there, and I still go there sometimes. But if you can find even the smallest glimmer of light, you can truly cling on to that light. You might feel like you're never going to get out of what you're going through, but you will. And you're so much stronger than you could ever imagine. Although inflammatory bowel disease has greatly impacted every aspect of my life, I am incredibly thankful for the friendships that I've made along the way. That truly has been my glimmer of hope throughout my entire journey. Happy Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week!